Hello, eighth grade. We are jumping into lesson 3 today. So today you're going to consider evidence supporting different food choices and determine which food choice you think would most benefit the community. Before we do that, you do have an entrance ticket. This is on page 154 in your workbook. You have 3 definitions of sustainable. It's your job here to go down through and read each row and then decide if what is in that row is healthy, sustainable, unhealthy, or unsustainable. The first row has been done for you. I would like for you guys to work with a partner on this. So why don't we go ahead and pause the video and you guys begin working through this and then come back to me and we will go over the answers together. All right, guys. So let's go over the categories together and make sure that you guys made the correct choices in your selections. All right, so the first one was done for you, but the second row says industrial beef raised on a feedlot. You guys should have checked unsustainable. The third row says high fructose corn syrup used in soft drinks. You guys should have checked unhealthy and unsustainable. The fourth row, using pesticides to grow industrially raised corn, you should have also checked unhealthy and unsustainable. And the last row, grass-fed locally raised chickens, you should have checked healthy and sustainable. Thank you guys so much for completing that. Let's go ahead and look at our learning targets for today. So we have 2. The first one says, I can cite evidence to support how various food choices are healthy and or sustainable. And the second one says, I can take a stance on a topic and engage in collaborative discussions with my peers about healthy and sustainable foods. All right. So while we are not going to write the argument essay, you guys are going to use this prompt or one similar in some classes to create an infographic. So with a partner, turn and talk, the question here, the prompt is, what is one informed action people in your community can take to make healthy and sustainable food choices? So I want you with your partner to talk about what might be the purpose of answering this question and how can your essay or how can your infographic or what you create on your research influence readers. So go ahead and take a moment to talk through these questions and then come back to me when you're ready to move forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to answer a few more questions, but before we do that, your teacher should have access to this healthy and sustainable food choices anchor chart, and they can pull that up for you. And you guys can kind of talk through some of this. But these 2 questions, I want you to turn and talk with a partner. So they are, why might people feel that GMOs are unhealthy? And why might people feel that GMOs are not sustainable? So go ahead and pause the video and take a moment to talk through these 2 questions with your partner. All right, guys. So hopefully you had some really good conversation there. All right. So what I want you to do now is I want you to think about any of the research topics that you may choose, whether or not they are healthy and sustainable. So for example, if you choose to talk about organic food, I want you to jot down a few notes on your access to healthy food independent research note catcher. And that's in your workbook. I want you to jot down a few notes of things that you might look up or research. So you've got some questions at the top there. So let's say, for example, I chose organic food. I might write down, is organic food sustainable? Is organic food not sustainable? Because those are things that I might want to research when I'm looking into a topic. Okay. So go ahead and pause the video and let's work through this just a little bit. Look at the first few questions, 1 through 3, and try to jot down some notes on those in your note catcher, and then come back to me when you're ready to move forward. Okay, guys, so we're going to do a fun little activity for a second here. So we're going to play four corners. So your teacher can designate the four corners in the room. One corner represents strongly agree. One corner represents agree. Another corner represents strongly disagree. And the fourth and last corner represents disagree. I'm going to read out some phrases, and then I want you guys to choose your answer and go to that corner. Once you've chosen your answer, I will ask that you pause the video and you guys have some discussion about why you guys chose what you chose. Okay? All right, here we go. So I'm just going to say a phrase and then you decide how you feel about it. First one. GMO foods can be as healthy, if not healthier, than non-GMO foods. Choose your corner. Once everyone has chosen, you guys should pause the video and have some discussion. Come back to me and I will read out another phrase for you guys. Okay, you guys ready for another one? Some GMO crops are grown with more pesticides, which can harm plants that are not pests. Choose your corner. Once you guys have all chosen a corner, I want you guys to have some discussion about this and then come back to me when you're ready for the next statement. Okay, here we go. Here's your third statement. Using fewer pesticides to grow crops is better for the environment. Choose your corner. Once everyone has selected their corner, I want you guys to have some class discussion about it and then come back to me. We're going to do two more. Okay, you guys ready for the next? A certain amount of pesticide use prevents crops from damage, which allows increased production of healthy fruits and vegetables. Go ahead and choose your corner. Once you've all chosen your corner, have some class discussion about this and then come back to me and we're going to do one more. Okay, last one. Production of GMO corn used to create high fructose corn syrup has a negative impact on the environment as it has decreased crop diversity. Choose your corner. Once everyone has chosen their corner, I want you guys to have some discussion about this as a class. All right, guys, we're going to skip over this and we are going to go ahead and close out with our last activity of today. So you guys should have a food choices and evidence note catcher. So think about this question before I give you any more instruction. When citing textual evidence, how do you know the evidence strongly supports an idea? And how do you choose the best evidence? Have some class discussion about those two questions. Pause the video. Come back to me when you're ready to move forward. All right, guys. So in your informative essay, you guys should have already gathered research, okay? You've already gathered evidence on your access to healthy food independent research note catcher that also may apply to this topic, okay? What you guys are going to do is with a partner, you're going to work to find new evidence that supports your food choice as a sustainable and healthy choice. And you're going to record your findings on this note catcher, okay? So this is based on your informative essay. I want you guys to use the rest of class time to get this filled out and completed for your food choice working with a partner. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will see you guys again very soon.